Mega Man Battle Network absolutely demolished the competition in my latest poll. I mean, it wasn't even close. Now, I just want to give a huge shout out to Mighty Max775 who donated to get this series on the channel, because I'm about to get every single achievement in the Battle Network Legacy Collection on PC in one playthrough with 0 damage. That's right, not getting hit even once. You guys told me this would be absolutely terrible, so let's see how this goes. So the game starts off with us waking up first thing in the morning to Mega Man yelling at us to get up. Great way to start the day. Thanks, buddy. Real pleasant alarm clock you got there. Now, for those who aren't in the know, you can think of Battle Network as an alternate timeline to classic Mega Man, where instead of Dr. Light researching robotics, he chose to research the net instead. So the Robot Masters aren't actually robots, they're computer programs. Which is a pretty cool concept, not gonna lie. We check our email, and then the main character Lan heads to school with his friend Mail. Yes, her name is pronounced Mail, and yes, both of them are named after internet puns because the game is just full of dad jokes the whole way down. And then we get thrown into this long-ass tutorial where they teach us how to play the game. After showing that I'm way too good for the tutorial, we fight our first real battle against Dex and Gutsman, and we absolutely demolished them. I mean, it wasn't even close. Poor guy never stood a chance. On our way out of school, we pick up the first achievement of the run, Use 'em if you got 'em, for downloading the base chip. Now, there is something I need to go ahead and do here for an achievement. So, I don't know, I guess the collection just gives you this, but we're gonna download this chip. And there we go, use them if you got them. Now, apparently back in the original games, the only way to get this was through some special promotion, but you better believe I'm gonna abuse the hell out of it. 200 damage to the whole screen? Yes, please. Sign me up. When we get home, there's this creepy ass dude working on fixing our home network because apparently stoves have been spewing flames. Totally trustworthy guy. I mean, just look at that face. Yep, nice job, Mom. Great hire. We're just gonna ignore that whole mess and get on the net for a little bit, which is where we'll be spending a lot of our time grinding for chips. I need them all to get 100% after all. So we meet Glide, who gives us a side quest, and I earn my first S rank, which gets us our second achievement, Awesome Operator. You want some of this? You, buddy. Damn, gotta love bass. Hey, Awesome Operator, earn our first S rank. Then we help Glide find his runaway program, and I just run around fighting stuff for a bit. Nothing too crazy yet. I eventually jack out of the net only to find our oven is on fire. Surprise! Who'd have thought the creepy repair guy might have been up to something? This is our first major dungeon. The gimmick here is pretty simple. We need to put out these fires on the net and make our way through to take down whatever's causing the virus. Almost all the enemies here are Mets or stationary cannon guys, so nothing that would even really scare me yet. Or I would say that if Mega Man didn't get his ass kicked during a cutscene. Alright, pack it up, people. Run's over. Hey, yo! It is not possible to beat this game without getting We don't pick up any new chips yet, and the area is pretty short anyway, but we make it to our first main antagonist, Fireman. This start sounds familiar. Surprise, surprise, the repair guy was behind everything. I am shocked, truly appalled, flabbergasted even.
We've been duped!
And I almost screw up the run here, but we end up winning with just a couple of sword swings and a base chip to the face. I'm just gonna grab another sword. I'm gonna hack away at you real quick. Just like this. Oh, shit! The repair guy says that this is just the first step in the WWW taking over and starting a big war or something like that, and apparently some program in our oven is the first thing they needed. Whatever you say, my man. You do you. Regardless, first crisis is averted. So now that we got our first mission done, I had to do something a little bit sketchy. I broke into Mail's house and stole her AOL login. Yeah, I know how that sounds, but trust me, there's an achievement later that needs everyone's addresses, so I'm just getting ahead of the game here. And while I was at it, I did the exact same thing to Dex by jacking into his PC. Sorry, buddy, but you could have just given it to me. I mean, it would have saved us both some trouble. But now I'm gonna need you guys to prepare yourself. If you have children, tell them to leave the room, because what happens next may be disturbing. We encounter the most insane thing in this entire game. Just look at the size of that forehead. Oh my god. Holy forehead. What is happening? That thing has its own gravitational pull. All right, time to head to school. Oh, we're late for class, so you know what? I waste no time ignoring class and just grab chips from around the school instead. I mean, I'm already late, right? May as well make it worth my while. And this is where we meet our new teacher, Mr. Higsby. Seems like a nice guy.
Right? Wrong!
He's immediately evil. And that might be the fastest I've ever seen a character get introduced and turn bad in any game. We literally just met the guy 5 seconds ago. Dex tries to stop him but gets his ass absolutely handed to him, so Mega Man and I jack in to save the day. The whole gimmick of this dungeon is that there's these password gates. Some of them are easy, like how many desks are in the school, but then there's other gates that have no hints whatsoever and just make you guess at complete random. Yeah, I'm not a fan of those ones, like, at all. And the enemies here, same old stuff. Nothing really putting me on my toes yet, so this place ends up being pretty easy overall. You guys told me this game would be hard. Some of you were like, this is going to be one of the hardest things you ever do, but honestly, this is pretty easy. Oh great, Mega Man gets hit again, by an electric trap this time. You know what? Screw it. We're starting a counter. Mega Man takes damage in a cutscene counter. We save Mega Man, and then I proceed to fail at a password door for what felt like 3 years, just standing here guessing, living my best life. And now it's time to fight Number Man. Probably the easiest boss in the entire game. I mean, he barely does anything. The way he fights reminds me of those ads you see on YouTube Shorts or TikTok where the little army guys shooting at zombies and there's numbers counting down. You know exactly what I'm talking about. After I win, Higsby does the biggest 180 I've ever seen in my life. I think something is legitimately wrong with this guy. He was good, then he was bad, and now he's like, oh my god, I lost to an 11-year-old. I'm a good guy now. About to give me whiplash over here. But hey, that's the second major story mission down, so we are shamovin'. Alright, so next up we stop by the metro line, which was supposed to be open today, but guess what? It can't because there's a virus. I smell antagonist brewing here. We fight Gutsman V2 to get the Gutsman chip, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's not that great of a chip right now, but we'll probably use it a ton in Battle Network 2, so I'll take it. We jack into the net right after, and boom, I pick up the Mega Battler achievement for fighting my 100th battle. That came way quicker than I expected. I wasn't even grinding for that one. Mega Battler, take place in 100 battles. Damn, already? I mean, nice, but damn. Didn't expect that to come so quick. While I'm here, I also make sure to pick up these 2 power-ups from this NPC so that we can level the Mega Buster. Quick explanation here, there's 15 Buster upgrades total, 5 for rapid fire, 5 for damage, and 5 for charge. I'll be focusing on damage before I worry about the rest. We can't go very far through the internet since we're still in the early game, but what we can do is take down Stone Man. He's the one messing with the metro line. I'll be real with you, this was the first boss that actually stumped me a bit. My brain just doesn't work as fast as it used to. I'm old. Okay. But after some trial and error, I get right up in his business and save the metro. Don't need to thank me. I know I'm amazing. Now we have access to the water treatment area and the side labs where our dad works, so that's pretty nice. We head upstairs and break into our dad's office, just trying to find the upgrade program he teased us with earlier, and we don't end up finding anything, so we leave a message, just, hey dad, sorry I broke into your office. But hey, at least we got our dad's email address for later. We head outside and jack into the cash register to get Sal's email address too. I don't know if she appreciates me hacking into her register, but she doesn't try to stop us, so time to fight Sal and Woodman, who is quite frankly annoying as hell. I hate these stupid tree spikes. Like, who designed this and thought, yeah, this will be fun? Beating Woodman does get us the achievement Friend of the Environment, so there we go. Achievement withdrawal fixed. It's been a minute since I got one. Nice. Okay, that was a good fight. We did that shit. Friend of the Environment, defeat Woodsman and Mega Man Battle Network. Cool. I run around inside TVs and vending machines for a little while, all while taking no damage still, by the way, and eventually I just head home. When we leave the metro, Dad messages us like, oh hey, that program you wanted, I made it smaller. You know, for being supposedly an amazing scientist, only now learning what 7-zip is kinda wild. We check out the new area of the internet since we got Sal's address, and all the enemies around here are starting to get kind of annoying. These electric guys especially ended up ruining my no damage run more than a few times. Then we end up finding Stone Man down here again, and I randomly end up picking Sword S, Wide Sword S, and Long Sword S, which just happens to combine in that exact order, getting us the achievement Stop at Nothing to advance. Swords? Oh my god. You're about to get destroyed. Stop at Nothing to advance? What the fuck? B Sword? Yo! Brother! 6 swords? I had no idea that was even a thing, so hey, I'll take it. We take some time to fight Stone Man a few more times down here to get both of his 1 and 2 chips, and I found them to be kinda mid since they can miss pretty easily, but if my dumbass had realized I could break the floor tiles before using them to make them not miss, they probably would have been way better. Live and learn, I guess. Alright, so we get a 1-month time skip here, and Mom tells us that there's no water! So we're all going to go thirsty and die. Or at least that's what you'd think with the way everyone's reacting. Like, guys, do you understand that we can drink other things besides water, right? Like, I'm pretty sure our town isn't the only place on Earth that produces water. Grocery stores can sell bottled water, or I don't know, juice, soda, anything. We head to school, and wouldn't you know it, everyone's freaking out because there's no water, but my point still stands. This is ridiculous. Mr. Higsby's opened up a chip shop, which is where I'll be spending a good long while later on reloading saves to farm chips. We can also refight Number Man here if we want to. Oh, and I get super lucky with the capsule machine, and we pull a second base chip, so we're kinda OP now. Time for our first real side quest. Each of these side quests does lead to an achievement, and they're all really easy. I bet my penguin could do this part himself, it's so simple. We pick up dentures for this old guy that lost them and return them for reality bites. Easy money. I seem to have lost my dentures. Oh, nice. There you go. Oh, you found my dentures. Well, thank you kindly. Now I can talk like normal. Here, take this. Reality bites. Find and return a lost set of dentures. Cool. We end up spotting this new car in town, which clearly has someone trapped inside, but Lan, being the not nosy enough protagonist he is, decides it's probably nothing and we just move on. Great detective work, my friend. We run over to the waterworks plant to see what's going on and run into Shad. Apparently he's an official net battler, whatever that means, and he's quite the dick. Like immediately, no warming up to it, he's just a dick. Regardless, we break into our dad's lab and steal his ID, which is kinda messed up, but the staff at the water treatment plant doesn't seem to care when we use it to head upstairs, even though they know us by name. Like, you all need to be fired. This is terrible security. We run around investigating for a bit, and Mega Man, being the stand-up guy he is, tells us, hey, let's hide here until everyone leaves so we can hack into the terminal and find out what's going on with the water. When we jack in, we find that everything here is frozen as hell. This section only has a few annoying enemies. The cloud enemies mess with me the most because they end up moving up and down even though we're on a 2.5D plane, which totally throws off my brain. A little ways through the dungeon, we run into Proto Man. As a kid, I played this game without knowing anything about the original Mega Man, and I legitimately thought Proto Man was Zero. I mean, look at that sword and the long hair. It's a shame Zero was only ever in a spin-off. Also, oh my god, this game has typos. Come on, Capcom, you could have fixed that. Instead of Proto Man saying Lord Shad, he says Load Shad. Okay, that's kind of great, actually. He leaves after threatening us, and we run into Color Man, who is definitely not Clown Man from Mega Man 8. Totally different. Don't even think about it. The gimmick in this dungeon is the ice making us slide around. The only thing that got really annoying about this place, though, is it felt like random counters were starting to shoot up like crazy. I couldn't take 3 steps without getting jumped. We break the ice on the first water machine thing, which does get the water back in town, but it's also now purple and ew! Why would you drink that? Dude, are you blind? It's literally purple. Shad proceeds to trash talk us more. Thanks, man. Real helpful. Not my fault some people are stupid enough to drink purple water. Then we get an email from Yai, who I haven't mentioned until now, but she's a classmate of ours, and she tells us there's a kid missing with the last name Freud, and there's a scientist at the lab also named Freud. I wonder if those are connected. Real mystery here. So we head back to the car from earlier and save the kid, then jack back into the lab to break the news. During the last section, we pick up our final power-up to get the Mega Buster to level 5, which means we do 5 damage per shot now. That's awesome. When we encounter Iceman and Proto Man in a standoff, Shad gets mail saying that Iceman is a decoy, but after Proto Man runs off, we still gotta deal with Iceman. Cool. This boss is kinda meh. He doesn't really do much besides make ice blocks in our face and try to throw stuff at us. Thanks to our new level 5 Mega Buster, it doesn't take long before he's toast, and we break the news to Freud that we saved his kid. When we rushed out Proto Man though, Color Man gets away and they somehow blame us for it. Like what? How is it my fault that you can't do your job? Apparently they wanted the Aqua program here and they already got the fire one from our oven. Interesting. Well, regardless, the water's clean again and another crisis is averted by this tiny 11-year-old and his Mega Man-shaped Tamagotchi. When we wake up, we get a note from Mail and Roll saying that we need to head into Den City to buy Yai a birthday gift. Cool, shopping trip time. And we now have access to Den City, and I gotta say, I'm not really a huge fan of this place. Like, why is this layout so weird? We head to the antique store and take on Skull Man. Now, Skull Man can be super annoying because he covers the field in so much crap that doing it damageless is a legitimate pain in the ass. But on the bright side, if you want to use S-type chips, Skull Man actually has a pretty decent chip drop, so there is that. For beating Skull Man, we earn a Ghoulish welcome. Ooh, spooky. Oh, that is so good right there. That is so good. We get steel and then I can do double stone. We might just win here. And that's game, baby. Good shit. Aw, we didn't get his chip, shame. Then I ran around for 20 minutes completely confused out of my mind trying to find out where Mail was, just wandering, lost like an idiot. I headed home and I got so tired of not knowing where she was that I looked it up on the internet. Yeah, I caved. Sue me. You know what I found out though? I have to go to her and Roll using the in-game internet to deliver my reply there. Why? Why is that a thing? Don't you guys have instant email? What is the point of this? Where am I supposed to be meeting Mail? Alright, bruh, I got sick of running around. I just looked it up. We really have to go here and run around as Mega and deliver the letter ourselves. Really? So we turn in our reply to Roll. Now mail shows up for us at the metro station. Is like, sorry, I can't go now. Bruh, are you kidding me? I just spent 20 minutes looking for you, so whatever. We head back into Den City ourselves. We run around for a bit until traffic lights are all messed up. Time for some virus busting. We get some mail saying the WWW guys are behind this one too. Big shocker. And I know it's a Game Boy game, but no car crash animation, 4 people just straight up die? That's surprisingly dark. It's green both ways. Watch out! Oh wow, okay, well they're dead. So are they. Time to jack into the traffic light. The gimmick of these dungeons is that we'll be changing the floor from red to blue and can only walk on whatever color is currently active. To be real with you, if I had to pinpoint my least favorite part of the game, this wasn't it. But this section was so tedious. The fact that you have to go through multiple dungeons over and over while trying to fix the traffic lights and stop a speeding bus that'll explode if you don't, yeah, it's just a pain in the ass. Oh, and in the middle of running around fixing all these lights, the WWW grunt doing this is like, yeah, by the way, I took mail and she's on that speeding bus about to go boom. So nice, thanks for that. Glad to know child groomer isn't on your list of things you won't do. What a great group. On the bright side, in these dungeons, we do start to earn a few more chips we didn't have before. Our collection won't be that big until I start grinding for them later, but this is nice progress. Right as the bus is supposed to explode with mail on it, it doesn't, because Color Man is stupid, I guess. I mean, not that I'm complaining. Saved by incompetence. We jack into the bus and start our fight with Color Man. Fuck this boss. I hate this boss. Not as much as some of the others in the game, but man, doing this damageless is so annoying. Hell, I bet doing it without the damageless restriction would still be awful. He's got these little red and blue punching bags that move up and down to block your shots, and they spew fire and water towers everywhere. The most annoying thing is, if he randomly decides to pause in the middle and the punching bags get stuck there, you have to wait for like 30 seconds until it all starts moving again. And we have to fight him over and over again later for his chips too. Fun times. After finally beating Color Man, Lan gets made fun of for being completely oblivious to Mail's crush on him, and this ends like a damn sitcom. Oh, Lan, you're blushing. Shut up, I am not. Honestly, the WWW should be ashamed of getting ousted by an 11-year-old this much. Like, come on guys, get your shit together. So that's where we're at right now. About halfway through this 100% run, and we got the WWW constantly trying to blow stuff up, me trying not to lose my mind, but if you're enjoying watching me suffer through this, make sure you like the video. It helps out a ton and lets me know you want to see more of these damageless runs. And if you haven't already, subscribe so you don't miss when I finally lose it during one of these boss fights. Trust me, it's coming. But for now, let's get back into the video. Our dad invites us to a party so we can have some actual family time for once, but before that, I spend some time fighting Number Man and Guts Man to get their chips and grind some money. Gotta get that bread, you know? We tell Mom about the party and head off to the Psi Lab, and on the way we take on Skull Man again for his chips. Just doing my rounds at this point. We head to the Psi Lab and take on this new guy named Masa. This guy has Shark Man in. Oh my god, this is the one. This boss is the absolute worst thing in the entire game. I genuinely can't stand Sharkman. Not only do we have to deal with him hiding away, but you gotta deal with the shark fin shooting at you constantly. And even when you do figure out which one Sharkman actually is, he starts throwing water towers at you. And the shark fins don't stop, so when exactly do I have a clear opportunity to even hit this guy? When? For winning, we earn 1 down, which is a weird achievement name since this is like the 5th net Navi I've taken down, but sure, 1 down. Whatever you say, game. One down, defeat Sharkman. Cool. We get Moss's email from his register, and afterwards we head to the water treatment plant to talk to Freud for the WWW pin, which means we can access more areas of the internet now. Progress. We meet Dad, head to dinner, and then, oh wow, another WWW plot. Crazy. Never saw that coming. So the power goes out, and with the power out, the air supply is cut off, which means we need to head back to the net and turn the lights on. Regular old Tuesday for Lan at this point, really. A scientist tells us that if Mega Man runs out of batteries here, he'll die for real because there's no way to charge him. That's a bit concerning, but it's fine, so we jack in anyway. What could possibly go wrong? This area is by far the worst in the entire game. It's not even close. The mechanic in this dungeon is that we need to put these batteries in these open slots to open paths. The only problem is there's no way to tell which spots the batteries go into. It's all trial and error. Not to mention, you only get 2 tries with the batteries before they need to be recharged, which means more random encounters. Seriously, who thought this was a good idea? Never make a video game again. I wasn't gonna put up with this nonsense, so I looked up pictures of where the batteries go. Screw this section. Moving on. At the end, we run into Elec Man. His design here is way better than classic Elec Man if you ask me, and the fight is easy as hell too. So that's nice at least. But then, we get hit in a cutscene again. God damn it, Mega Man.
Why didn't you dodge?
We do have to fight this guy twice because Lan needs to turn the power off to help Mega Man during the second round. But after we take down Elec Man, Proto Man shows up and he's all like, "Oh, you messed with my job for the last time." So now we gotta fight his ass now. Proto Man is immune to ranged attacks because of his shield, so we can only hit him with sword chips and stuff like that. Thank God I have base chips on me, because if I didn't, I wouldn't even be able to touch this guy. For beating him, we get Rivalry Showdown.
Very nice.
Oh, you scared me? I don't like this. Jeez. Yeah, fuck you, buddy. 3 bosses in a row ain't shit for me. I'm Mega Man. Rivalry Showdown, defeat Proto Man. How about you go fuck yourself, bud? The WWW gets the last program they need, but hey, at least we won again. And that's what matters, right? Right? Alright, first thing I'm gonna do in this new section is start grinding, and I mean grinding. I spend a bunch of time going back and forth between AC/DC Town and fighting Woodman. By fighting Woodman, we can either get the Woodman 3 chip or 2000 Zenny. So I'll keep fighting him until I have 99 Woodman chips. Come back to AC/DC Town, trade them into the chip trader, and if I don't pull a chip I didn't have, I would just reload my save. We keep repeating this until I get myself 9 copies of Hero Sword, Fighter Sword, and Knight Sword B, along with 5 copies of Proto Man 3, which gives us probably the best chip deck in the entire game. It's definitely up there with the S chips in my opinion. Because we did end up using the chip trader so many times, we earn anything for a rare chip. I just threw on some music and it didn't feel too bad, to be honest. After that, I head into Den City and talk with Shad. He's tracking down a way into the dark web, the undernet. So we head back home to AC/DC and talk to Higsby, who helps us out with a key to get in there. Only issue is we need 3 more. I didn't realize that at first and traversed the entire net looking for an entrance like an idiot, but hey, at least I got a ton of upgrades for Mega Man and some new chips out of it, so not a total waste. We head to the Psi Lab to talk to our next member and get the second key. Then we meet up with a teacher in Den City for the 3rd one, and an old man in AC/DC gives us the last one. So there we go, we got the whole set now. While we were in the net earlier, I did take down a virus that stole some guy's money, so I turned in that quest for the Avoiding Bankruptcy achievement. The money was back in my account, thank you so much. Please take this as a reward. No, I insist, take it. Woohoo, 10,000 Zenny. It's a lot of money to give to a child. Then I realized, oh shit, there's another side quest to do. So we head back to the Psi Lab and fix their broken vending machine for another achievement, a disgusting disaster, which rounds out the side quests in Battle Network 1. Open wide. Thanks, I got my cola. This brand is only in this machine. I can't work without it. Take this for your trouble. A disgusting disaster. Repair a defunct vending machine in Battle Network. Yay! We keep going through the internet for quite a while until we reach Bomb Man, who literally put up 0 fight. Like seriously, he just rolled over. R.I.P. Bomb Man, I guess. But he does take out the path to the internet with him when he goes, so that sucks. We did get an address from him though, so we're gonna take that to Dad and have him handle figuring out a way for us to find a path into their base. Let the scientists do the sciencing, let the Mega Man do the Mega Manning. Our dad lets us know that they found the base in the mountains, but we got no way to get there, so it's time to hunt for information. I ended up grinding for some boss chips since we are on the last chapter and rounded off our collection for Fireman, Stone Man, Bomb Man, Elec Man, and Color Man. I went just now and oh my god, I can't even talk English. I went into the net, we stopped by Higsby's and steal his Metro Pass. Man, Lan is just a straight up kleptomaniac, just walks in and takes whatever he wants. We stopped down by the Psi Lab to finish our Sharkman chip collection, not doing that fight more than I have to, that's for sure. And while we're here, our new pass has expired, so even though we find out that the secret train line can be entered from the fountain at school, we can't use it. So we take the pass to Dad, who updates the expiration date as easy as breathing, and we're off to the final dungeon, I guess. We crush everything in our way down through this final dungeon, which consists of all the gimmicks from the previous dungeons, except the batteries. Thank God. Dodge that bullet. As we traverse these different sections, our friends all show up to help us because Mega Man may be cool and all, but our buddies specialize in things that we just can't deal with. Yai makes sure to pass us the Roll 3 chip while we're here too, so that's another set of chips we can mark off the list. Now, I spent an ungodly amount of time here failing this one specific password door. No idea why this one was just a jerk to me. You're really pissing me off. I hate these doors. Too low. Too low. Too high. Too high. Too high. I'm gonna fuck it. I also take some time out of my busy schedule to challenge Iceman to a fight in order to complete his set of chips while I'm at it. Then I spent way too long wandering around because I was too blind to see that this invisible floor leads to the boss. But hey, we move, and now we lose the ability to save. But you know what? The upcoming bosses are so easy, it doesn't really matter. We fight Magic Man, who really likes to summon other enemies and just stand there, so I show him why that's a bad idea. Get all that shit out of here, buddy. Oh. That was easy. Mega Man pulls out the classic look away from the down boss move, and he gets his ass shot in the back. Can you please stop getting hit? Proto Man shows up and cooks Magic Man, but Mega Man is dead. Great. Game over. That's when our dad lets us know, and I cannot make this up. Hey, listen, you had a twin brother, but he died, so I used 99.9% of his DNA to make you a net Navi named Mega Man. If we put the last 0.1% of the DNA back into Mega Man, he'll come back, but you'll both share each other's pain. Also, his name is Hub, because apparently Lan and Hub just had to be siblings. Lan agrees, and Mega Man comes back, and we're all friends again. Even Shad seems to like us now, so I'll take it. Now we gotta take on the final boss, so we come face to face with Wily, who's like, your grandfather studied the net instead of robotics, so now I'm big angry, and I'm gonna delete the whole world with my virus that I've been working on this whole game. You know, for supposedly the ultimate virus to destroy the world, it goes down really quickly. There's not much to say about it, to be real. It's just kind of there. Well, that wasn't so bad. Apparently sometime during the game, Wily also made Zero, but he's shamefully stuck in a spin-off. I would have loved to see a proper Net Navi version of Zero in these games, but apparently you never do, so RIP my favorite character. Anyways, after we take down the virus, the whole place goes boom, and we get our ending and earn the achievement, the first of many victories. We aren't quite done though, because obviously as you can see I'm still missing some chips. Not to mention I didn't go pick up one of the email addresses, so we head over to the antique store, jack into the mirror on the counter, and get our last address for the with a little help from my friends achievement. How the hell was I supposed to assume that the mirror was a jack-in point? There we go, with a little help from my friends. Alright, cool. Then we jack back into the net back at home. Why did I just say it like that? Anyways, which just so happens to be the 100th time that I did that, so we earn the next achievement, Netizen. So that's random, but cool. Now I spend a little bit of time doing some more grinding. This time picking up any of the missing chips in the game, fighting the super bosses, and our first super boss is Shadow Man, who I won't lie, was very tricky just because he moves so fast. This one took some trial and error to nail down, and even though I feel like I didn't do very well, wasting sword swings over and over again, we do end up taking him down, and then we grind for his chips, of course. Sit that ass down, boy! Our second super boss is Pharaoh Man, which I don't really even know what he does because he went down like nothing, so moving on. Okay. Now the last enemy in the entire game that we have to beat in order to get our last achievement, the man who's helped us so much in the early game, Base. And he's no joke, especially when he didn't give me his chip 3 times in a row. That's right, I had to do this damage list 4 times. What an asshole. He is a very tough boss though. Not only does he have full screen attacks, but he has a shield that blocks 100 damage, and even then he has 1000 HP. I had no choice but to abuse the hell out of the invis chips just to keep myself from taking damage. This is the only time in the game I used them, so I went and grabbed some invis bees and then just went off on this man. After winning the fight 4 times, might I add, we earn collection complete. Finally! Collection complete. Life Aura. Beautiful. Before I leave though, I did almost forget to grab one last thing, and that's the Quizmaster achievement. I almost didn't even notice, and that would have been a nightmare to realize later, so yeah, we get that too. What are Miss Mari's measure? How the fuck am I supposed to know that? This one. Okay, good. And there we go. Who quizzes the Quizmaster? Almost forgot to get that one. Anyways, and there you have it. Every single achievement in Mega Man Battle Network 1 without taking any damage. Except what Mega Man took in the cutscenes. If you enjoyed watching me suffer through this 100% completion though, make sure to drop a like down below. It helps out a ton. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe so I feel better about myself. I also have a bunch of other completionist videos right here if you want to check those out. And before I go, I know I don't normally do this, but if you throw $5 or more on my Ko-Fi, you'll have access to all the outtakes from this video. I just threw out my old Hollow Knight Pantheon runs that I cut from that video, and I'll drop some stuff up there whenever I have it. This time, it's literally just me cursing every time I got hit during the run and had to restart, so yeah, there's that. Don't expect anything crazy up there, but hey, if you want to support, I appreciate it. And hey, you'll also get a special role in our Discord, so that's pretty cool. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and that's Mega Man Battle Network, mission complete. And I'll see you in Battle Network 2. Bye-bye.